I've been. All in my phone, I got options. And I don't wanna tell you to drop it. But I don't wanna play your fair. Yeah, something that makes me look at you too often. But baby, you can give it something. Baby, I can run all the time. Baby, I'm talking crazy. I need you running my space, but I need it, baby. I'm late, but I still can check in with you. I know that I need my friends, but I wouldn't wanna leave. You know, I wouldn't wanna bleed. Even my heart, my mind, and my body. Says, my mind, and my body. My body says, my mind, and my heart. My body says, I don't know what it is. I can't tell you what it is. But you got me going crazy.
Hello, hello. How is my sound? How is my sound? If you could all hear me. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Okay, I hope my sound is good. I hope my sound is good. So mic check 1 2 1 2. And I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on here. Hopefully y'all can hear me. I hope y'all can hear me. Welcome, welcome. Okay, thank you. Um Hopefully my sound is good. Hopefully my sound is good and I think they said my sound is good. I feel like I'm lagging. Kimberly?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening. Good
Okay.
evening.
Hey, good evening, honey. Good evening.
Mic check,
How are
mic check.
you?
I'm good. So my sound is clear.
Yes, your sound is clear. It is clear. It is clear. I'm just waiting for just read my book. And then how was your week?
Wonderful, wonderful. I was doing some of those tips that you gave for this week. I did some organizing and some cleaning, of course. I love doing that. So
Yes.
I did do that, and it was a good week. Excellent week. I'm excellent, actually.
Ab-
Excellent.
that's awesome. Just read my book.
Hey, how you doing? Howdy.
Hey. I'm
Hey.
good, thank you. I am so good. I'm glad to see you ladies here tonight. I don't know what is going on. It seems like I'm lagging or something. I don't know why. And then my thing ain't coming up. I don't know what's going on with that.
I see your
Huh.
You
face.
sound
I
good
see your.
to me.
I just read my book doesn't have hers up. She just have her J.
Okay.
Yeah, but you
Oh, well,
sound
it's
fine
not
to me.
showing up. Oh,
You don't
okay.
sound like you're lagging.
Okay. So maybe it's just this thing. Hey, Linda B. Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome. What's up, Foot Soldier? Welcome to our first show, y'all. Okay. I'm so excited because I'm glad I decided to do this show because it kind of like I forgot about like the beginning. And I kind of got a little better understanding of the show. But welcome to the first review of Bridgerton, season 1, episode 1 and 2. How you ladies feeling about the season 1, episode 1 and 2? Let's start with just read my book because she hasn't been watching. How about you? What do you think thus far? Was it
I liked it.
what you imagine? Okay.
Um, I liked it, and I like that it does kind of move pretty fast. It's not too slow. It gave
Yes.
you the background, and you got the rest of the backstory from a couple of flashbacks, and they didn't do that too much. So I like it. I like the pace of it. I like a lot of
Okay.
things about it.
Awesome. What about you, Kimberly? Because I know you've been watching. So, you think about the show in its entire, so far, like starting off for like season one?
Well, I love Bridgerton, first of all. I love all the
Okay.
seasons, and I'm current with the current season. And I had to kind of go back and review the first season just to, really remind me of what happened in that first season. But I love anything of that era. I love the fact that they have blacks representing kind of like they're elitists, and so I love that aspect of that show. And I like the way they dress. I like all that nostalgia of that time frame.
Yeah.
Yes, and I noticed that they did do some different things with that, but it still fits.
Yes. And that's what it put me in a mindset of, I was just it was intriguing because you're so used to looking at it differently. When you think about England and the queens and kings and all of that, dukes and all that, you don't see, the color. You know what I'm saying? The people of color.
Mhm.
And so that really was intriguing to me as well. Because normally it's hard to get into this mindset when it's so far back because we're talking um well, let me ask the audience, anybody who is in the chat, and if you're here, have you watched Bridgerton? And I know Linda B, she just started watching it and she said, I'm glad that you introduced the show. And
Oh, wow.
these are the bridge. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. No,
Did
I
you
was
hear
just
me?
saying. Oh, wow. Yes, we hear you. Did I
Oh, okay.
interrupt you?
No, no, no. You're good. You're good. What is going on? I don't know what's going on in the back. I think I'm clicking the wrong stuff. Uh,
Yay.
huh?
No, I was just saying, yay. I like the picture. I liked it.
See, it wasn't showing on my end. So, for those who haven't, this is the family. This is the Bridgertons, right? And when I first thought about the Bridgerton, I'm glad, Linda B, you enjoyed the show. Hey, Mama Global, thank you for catching the live. I'm glad that you enjoyed the show because I don't know what this is doing. This is getting on my nerves, kind of. I don't know. It's showing me different stuff up here. It shows that I changed the background. I really didn't change the background, so it's kind of weird. Mm, I don't know what it's doing. It's lagging back here. So my apologies, y'all. Uh it's like when I click something is lagging. And then now it took
Mm.
the background down. And I mean the picture down, which is crazy. And it's changing my background instead, which is kind of weird. But anyway, you know what? Let
I
me
can
go
see it.
ahead and play this. Yeah, but I put the background, it keeps changing my background and I'm not clicking that. I was showing the Bridgerton and then it just clicked the background, which is crazy for me. So I don't know. You know how these
Okay, there
apps
it
are.
is again. Can you
Okay.
see it now?
Okay, I see it now. Yes.
Okay.
So, for those of you who haven't, the Bridgertons, this is the Bridgertons, and this is season one. So they are, most of them, they are younger. If you, for those who are watching and haven't watched, but this is the Bridgerton family. So they have three boys and no, four boys and three girls. No, yeah, right, four boys and three girls. Correct, y'all?
Yes,
I
that's
thought it
correct.
was 3 and 3.
At
So it
first
must
I
be
did, but
four.
I forgot about the little boy because they don't really, you know, cast him
Show
too
him in
much.
this episode,
Yeah.
first season. You know
Yeah,
what?
they don't really show him.
Yeah, until he gets older. Yeah.
What you was about to say,
Initially, though,
Kimberly?
in episode one, and I guess we'll get to that, it looked like it was actually four girls initially, but for some reason, after season one, this fourth child didn't show up anymore. But we're not gonna see any videos of it. But if I don't know if y'all noticed that episode, that scene um Daphne was getting ready for getting fitted for her gown. There was a fourth daughter in there, but they don't show her no more after. I peeped that, but anyway,
That you peeped that?
I
I
peeped
didn't
it.
even peep that. Wow.
Mhm.
Okay. 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 I didn't peep that. Anyway, reviewing. So first of all, the beginning of the show. I season one. So let's start from season one. What was your take on season one? First of all, let me get stuff from my notes. What do you think about the setting? Basically, if we could give them kind of like a brief setting.
Uh, London, I would say, or very, of course, a British setting. Um, a lot of castles, manor houses, things like that. A lot of architecture they show. The All of the pieces of furniture are along that line as well, early century. And the fashions, I love the fashions, and I love the hair.
Yeah,
Now they,
yeah.
yeah, I would say for anyone who hasn't seen it, I would say picture the way that women dress. If you, I don't know if you've ever watched Upstairs Downstairs on PBS or, huh?
I
Maybe picture. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
didn't say anything.
I don't know if you.
Upstairs, downstairs.
Was she borging to you?
Yeah, she was Borgin. You were Borgin a little bit, Jill.
I heard
Okay,
you
how
borging, Tim.
am I sounding now?
You're
You
good.
sound
No, I was saying I haven't seen upstairs, downstairs, so I'm not familiar with that. Um,
okay.
yeah, so I'm
Think
not
of
familiar with that.
something like an old, like an old British boarding school, that time period. Women wore, long dresses, long gowns, updos,
Yeah, yeah,
buttoned up boots or buttoned shoes. They carried their parasols, wore some gloves, cocktail
Organdy
jewelry.
gloves. Yeah.
Right. The
right. Because
men were
remember, this is
always
like back in. This is supposed to be back in 1813. So this is
Right.
the year starting off in 1813. So back then, of you think of that kind of setting. Hey, room shaker. Hey,
yes,
Mama
all of the
Global.
nobles, everything noble, everything you could
Mhm.
tell that they were just a couple of levels below royalty, but everything really noble. Well, no, they were royalty because there was a queen as well. So yes,
Yeah.
the men were dressed at all times, very the ladies prim and proper. Poor little flat chested girls. Every woman in there was flat chested, but the men wore fancy dress pretty much all the time. Well, I won't use that term. They dressed. Um, they dressed with in regard to their standing, their social standing. So they were always well dressed. They have jackets, shirts, tails, things
Okay,
like
so
that.
y'all get that picture. So just imagine Sicily. Now let me stop.
So can I say this?
So yeah, go
Just
ahead.
to give everybody kind of a because I know Linda says she doesn't even have Netflix. I'm not for sure if Mama Global has watched this
Yeah,
series
Foot
of the
Soldier.
Bridgerton.
Linda watched it. It's Foot Soldier was Foot Soldier doesn't have
Oh, it's so
yeah.
So this season is called The Diamond of the First Water. And the first season on Netflix, of course, focuses on two families, the Bridgertons and the Ferretons family, as they navigate London's high society in search of love. The key characters includes Daphne Bridgerton and Simon Bassett, whose fake courtship blossoms into a real romance, as well as mysterious gossip columns Lady Whistledown. She's a hidden character at this point. The show
Yeah.
features a large ensemble cast. The Regency era world of life. That's what I have in my notes.
Yes, and that is exactly the setting. And it goes into a little flash of where she just mentioned the Simon character, the Bassett's. They don't highlight the Bassett's just yet. And is also introduced. So they kind of introduced the Bassett family and the cousin, which is of the which we'll
And the
get into shortly. The cousin of the what's their name?
Feathertons. Featherton.
Weathertons. Yeah,
It's
Feathertons. Yeah, Feathertons.
Feathertons.
Yeah, the Feathertons. Yes. So, what do y'all think about the whole? So, let's start off. First of all, the queen has to. The queen, her entertainment is to pick the chosen one. So, now, if y'all could, I watched it twice, and I was trying to figure out pick the chosen one, meaning the chosen one would be the woman who she is like who she's interested in marrying, getting married. Is that basically what it was? Because that
So
was
Yes.
my question.
go ahead, Gio. Go ahead. Just read
No,
my
no, no.
question.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So I think the purpose of the Queens is, every season, every spring season, she opens up her palace to introduce a prim and proper female who comes from a good family, allegedly, from a good family into society. Is to introduce kind of like a cotillion type thing, introduce her in
Okay.
for her to get married. Because in that era, women were considered, they wasn't considered first class citizens unless they married, some type of class above their class or equally to their class, right? And so that's
Right.
her premise. And on top of that, she has a little. That's her part of her entertainment is she likes to um, kind of not. I don't want to say look down, but she wants that entertainment to see if they can actually live up to the standards that a queen or a princess has. So that's the whole premise is they want to find someone in stature to get married, and all the women in the town are young women in the town present themselves to the princess, to the queen,
To the queen.
for
Yeah.
her Queen Charlotte, actually Charlotte, for her to give the nod or the wink, saying she is going to be the one to watch out for this year or this season, the spring season.
Okay. So right. So okay. So that I did figure that. So she is the one nodding, saying she's the one. Let's pay attention to her. Let's follow her
Mm.
because of course there is a newsletter which is we mentioned Lady Whistledown. Okay. Lady Whistledown writes a newsletter, right, about all the gossip, everything that's going on in the town. So you know between all the royal families, the maid, has an attention. That is also her other main. She can't wait to read what Lady Whistledown is writing, and no one knows who Lady Whistledown is. Remember, keep that. No one knows who she is. Not in this season. They don't find out until way later. Okay. Uh, so right now, Daphne of the Bridgertons, not Daphne. What's her name? Yeah, Daphne. The daughter
Yeah,
Daphne,
Daphne.
right?
Oh,
Daphne.
for the
The,
yeah, Daphne is the one that's
yeah, so Daphne is up to one to be married, which I thought they look so young, which they are young, right? They're supposed to
yeah,
be
they are.
young at this. They are so young in age. So she is up, and the queen is, or she picked between the
You're barking again. You're barking.
Daphne, and then there was three daughters, Featherton. So am I again?
It's better
Am
Keep
I
now.
talking.
Borgin?
Keep talking.
Okay, I don't know what's going on with the Borgin. What the heck? Let me close. Let me see if I close this one.
It stopped now, but it seems like when you start going into long sentences, that's when it starts to work.
Okay. So, hey JB, welcome to the live. So, okay, Daphne. Daphne is chosen. It was and there was Philippi. What is her name? Philippi, Prudence, and Philippia. That's of the Featherton
Penelope.
Penelope,
family.
Penelope,
Yeah.
Penelope and Prudence
Penelope,
and
Prudence, and the
Prudence.
other one is Philippia or something like that. Philippia. Because it's three of them. It's
In the Featherton house,
huh?
you talking about in the Featherton house
Yes, it's
family?
three daughters. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's three daughters.
It's Marina, Prudence, and Penelope. Those are the
Now,
three in the
Marina,
No,
Featherton house.
no, Marina is not the but
Was it?
the three
Right, right.
girls is Prudence, Philippa, and how you say this? Philippa, Philippa.
Philippia.
Oh,
Yeah,
Philippia.
Philippia.
Okay,
So it's
I haven't
Philippia,
heard that
Prudence.
name.
Yeah, it's three, but if you watching, it's three of them. Remember, all three of them
Right,
was
it is.
put
It
before the
is.
queen.
Right.
You're right.
It's three daughters, but that's their names.
I
Right.
remember okay, Penelope, Daphne, and that
Not
third
Daphne.
girl. No, I'm saying that
Daphne
of the
is the
three.
Bridgertons.
Okay. Okay, we're talking about the red haired family. I need some time. I don't have all of the characters' names down yet. Okay, so the people with the red hair, the chubby
The
girl.
Yes,
Feathertons.
that's the
Okay,
Featherton.
Mhm.
the Feathertons. Okay. Yeah, I don't recall hearing that Philippia name.
It's three girls.
Uh
Names
huh. One is the one with the
three,
short
and
dark
then
hair, right? Hello?
yeah, I can't remember if it was the short dark hair or not, but I know it's three girls. I
Okay.
don't know which one have the short dark. Penelope is the redhead,
Yes.
Right.
and
And they
then
And
it
Prudence, and then
they look like they typically present the oldest daughter first, but she needs to get married. She needs to be the one that presents to the queen, the oldest one,
yes,
or within a certain age bracket. That's what they seem like they typically do is try to do the oldest daughter first. Um,
hmm
it
yeah.
sure
So it's
wasn't that one who put on that corset who passed the hell out.
that was just ridiculous. And that's why they had those chaise
They
lounges,
put
those
that
fainting
corset.
places. Yeah, because they could not breathe in those. That's why they had those little fainting couches. They were really fainting. They couldn't breathe. Little ribs being crushed. And with all of that tightening and all that
Oh,
pushing up, and didn't even have any bit of cleavage, child, looked like somebody took a pencil and drew a little nothing up there.
you are keen on nature, girl.
It was terrible. Did
You
you even
keep
see
talking about these
the cups on those dresses? The cups were up here.
girl. I wasn't paying attention to their breasts, girl.
You couldn't help but see it. I mean, you're looking at the gowns, and all of them had like those little bitty, they look like those reading glasses. That's what the top of the dresses look like, reading glasses.
But okay. So the daughter fell out. Okay, because that corset was too damn tight. The queen
Okay.
didn't like none of them. The queen didn't like them. She, they weren't prissy. You know what I mean? I guess she didn't like them. So Daphne. Now Daphne brother, which is the Lord, which we're gonna speak on, is uh what did y'all think about the Lord, Anthony, the oldest
Okay.
brother? He's the Lord of the Bridgerton.
My mind changed about him twice. No, three times. Okay. When he was first presented and he was helping screen these men, her suitors, I said to myself, he is playing no games. He is not going to let just anybody court his sister. Well, then his mother got into his head. She said something. She said, are you just merely a big brother, or are you the man of this house now?" And then and he was saying all of his responsibilities, and she says, "Yeah, but do something. She's supposed to get married. We have to get her married off. So do something." So what he did was go and arrange a marriage to a creep, a pedo, if you ask me, to a creep.
Wait, moving too fast now because we get through.
But what I'm saying,
Yeah,
so
you
so
said
after he did that, my mind about him changed again. But then when he found out the truth about this man, he redeemed himself in my eyes. So right now, thumbs up for Anthony, Lord Anthony, right?
Yeah.
right, but Lord Anthony, well, remember, he knew the only reason why he was pushing towards the man because he knew his friend very well. Let's not forget that part. He knew his friend sleep around, and he also knew his friend, which is Simon, that we're speaking of, was
I thought you were talking about the old creep man.
Yeah, there was a
Did
creep
his,
at first that was interested in
yeah,
her. That was like 30 years
we
older than
didn't
Buzz.
talk about any man. We talk about Lord Anthony, which is her brother. So you went fast because yeah, but only reason why her brother was pushing towards the old man, which is Nigel, is because he knew his friend Simon. He
yeah,
knew he
but we
was
hadn't
sleeping
talked
around.
about, yeah, but we hadn't talked about Simon yet.
But I'm just
Yeah,
saying you went into the full story. So I was saying so that you would get a better understanding of, because you told the whole thing. So I was saying only reason why the brother was saying Nigel is because he knew Simon wasn't a man who's thinking about getting married. You get what I'm
right.
saying? So,
Yeah,
and no one else was pursuing the sister at the time, if you remember. It
Right.
was
Initially.
only Nigel
Mm-hmm.
and nobody else in the room was worthy enough because the brother knew them all who pursue her, and he was knocking
and
this.
that's
You
what
owe
I was
this.
saying.
So, but I'm just
Right,
saying,
that's
but
what I was
only
saying.
reason
So
why he chose Nigel is because he knew that Simon wasn't trying to get married. He already knew Simon sleeps around. He knew him very well. So
yeah,
he was
because that
trying to
was,
swat Simon away. So he went with that old man because he was like, I'm not about to hook him up with
I
my
think
sister.
he went with the old man because of what his mother put in his head.
No.
The
Well,
mother
I don't
said,
know. I don't agree. I think it's because Simon, remember? If you
yeah, he
remember, just
already
read
knew,
my
yeah,
book.
and
He
yeah,
but that's why he pushed to Nigel, because he didn't know about what happened in the back. And they pretend
I know.
Daphne came up with to fake their relationship because she knew she didn't want Nigel because he kept pursuing her. And the brother already looking like, I see y'all dancing. This ain't working. Like,
Yeah,
because remember,
but there was still other people who were they were going to be able to continue, but the mother pressed that he make a decision that he get her that he get her married off. The mother pressed him, and the very
true.
next day he arranged for the marriage. The very
Mm,
next day, yeah. But now I know that he didn't want his sister with Simon because they've been friends forever since they were schoolmates, they were kids or whatever. So yeah, he knew his friend was rough out there and loose and didn't want to be married. And that's why I like the conversation that he had with Simon, because Simon says, "Okay, now what about you? Where is your wife and children?" And
mm-hmm,
you remember that? I like that conversation. But then he said, "Okay, but I have something you don't have, and that's brothers." That way, he knew that even though he was the oldest and the next in line, he didn't necessarily have to bring an heir because he had four more brothers. Well, three more
mm-hmm.
brothers. But see, Simon had nobody, so he has to produce an heir. But
Okay.
either way, they were both in the same position. Neither one of them wants to be married and have children. They don't want to. So he already knew his friend was not about that at all. And he knew the rest of the guys were losers, bums, had gambling debts, all of that stuff. But so when he turned to, okay, go ahead.
Oh, no. I was just, you could finish off. I was just yeah. No,
Yeah, but
I
so
agree. I think it was a little of both anyway. It was probably a little of both because, she wasn't feeling she wasn't feeling Nigel. First of all, that was cringing anyway from the beginning when he was like, "Oh, I had my sights on you."
yeah,
Since I was a schoolboy, she was like, and I was 5. I was like, "Oh,
she
like
said,
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?"
right. I was like, that's why I said, "Oh, creepy." He was
He was
a
a
Vino
creep
and
from
he
the
asked me.
beginning, from the
Yeah,
jump, from the jump. First of all, I was
that
five
was sickening,
years
disgusting.
old. You you and
And,
still that was
and what
disgusting.
made
When
it
the
worse?
cousin wait, what when the cousin came,
Yeah, but what made it worse when she said that, said, "Oh, and I was 5 years old, 4 years old, whatever." He acknowledged that was out of order, and he was like, "Hmm." She said, he said yes. And she looked at him and got the hell out of Dodge. She bounced. But he was like,
sure
yeah, he
did.
acknowledged that was that wasn't that even worse?
That was disgusting. I was just like,
Yeah.
ugh.
It was almost like a yeah, and it was like that.
No, now the cousin. Did you see their face when the cousin showed up? Because I was like, I didn't know how to take that. I was like, was they shot? Well, I think overall it probably was both. I thought they was
Repeat
because she
that.
was
You
pretty.
repeat that. You were borging really bad.
I said when the cousin showed up. What you think about the cousin when the cousin showed up, Kimberly?
So the cousin was a cousin of the Feathertons, and the mother,
Yeah.
she was already having some kind of feelings about the young girl coming there because she knew that there was going to be competition for her daughter, her 3 daughters or
Oh,
2 daughters. That's what I felt. I
yes.
felt like she didn't want another person to come, another girl to come, because that was going to be possibly competition for her daughters. And then when she showed up, she was very pretty, and she actually looks better than all the Featherton girls. Anyway, she was very pretty, and she was African American, where they were Caucasians, which I liked that aspect too. I think they was a little bit intimidated by her presence, because that will possibly, not make them very good candidates for the debutante.
Now
So
I
you
think
felt the same way? Just read my book.
a little bit. I think it was kind of backwards for me. I think that at first she was saying, "Well, yeah, he wants me to bring this girl in, so I'm going to do it." And I don't think she had anything in her mind until the girl walked through the door. And when they saw, oh no, she's pretty. I think that's when it kicked in. It's like, oh hell no, you gotta have. And then this is too much competition for my girls.
Mm-hmm.
So then, yeah, so at that point, it was like, no, I don't want this girl here. I mean, you could tell, but she knew that she could not get rid of her because remember, she was asked, "What are you going to do about her?" I'm surprised you haven't gotten rid of her, and she said, "Lord Featherton would never have it." And
Yeah,
that's when
because
they
Right.
showed his face, and I looked at him like, "That's a little
yeah,
creepy too."
he's pretty
Like,
Wait,
too,
so
right? He's pretty too.
he's gonna have, huh,
wait,
Kim?
let's back. See, I missed the part then. So wait, go ahead. You said Lord Featherton wasn't gonna have it because that was his cousin.
And that's what the wife said. She said he will never have it. When she was talking to the other woman about getting her out of the house, and she
The
was
head,
like,
I would say, she was talking to the head waitress, not waitress, but the head maid, right? What she telling
okay,
her?
yeah, I
Hmm.
didn't know the lady's position, but yeah, she was
The
telling her,
yeah, talking
and
to the maid. Mm-hmm.
yeah, and she was like, I would, but he would never have it. So she knew that the girl did not have to leave. She knew that she couldn't get rid of the girl. And it was funny because at that moment they cut to his face while he was reading the paper or something. And he just had a creepy look to me too. So I'm wondering, do
He
you
Yeah.
think
did.
that, yeah. So is she afraid
I
to have this other woman in her house because of him, or
I don't know. It was creepy.
it was creepy?
And I can't even remember too much about him and so I was kind of lost, but that was a creepy look. That's why I'm glad I rewatched 1 and 2 because I wasn't sure. And I was like, hey, is that him? I still didn't connect was whether
Mhm.
I didn't know that was him,
So
to be honest with you.
Mhm.
you didn't know that was
Featherton,
who? His
sorry.
his
I didn't know that that was Lord. I didn't know
Mrs. Fair
that that was her, Mr.
husband. Yeah,
Weatherington. It
that's
was
her.
Lord. Yeah,
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
I
that's
didn't
her
know
husband.
that that was her husband at the time. I really didn't know because they don't. Yeah, I didn't connect the dots at first. I really didn't. I was lost.
But see,
Hmm.
now that brings something to my mind. There was a scene that did not make sense to me. And I think now that we're talking about it, it does. Why did when the chambermaid was changing the cousin's sheets, she grabbed those sheets and went to the woman's room and
Mm-hmm.
showed her. And then the woman, Mrs. Featherington, Lady Featherington, is she Lady? Yeah, Lady
Hmm.
Featherington, yeah. And Lady Featherington took those sheets and went to the girl's room. Excuse me. And
God
she
bless you.
said,
Bless you.
"Thank you." She said, "You've been here for what she say, 3 months? You've been here for 2 months." She said, "You haven't bled." And I'm like,
Mm,
why are you watching this girl's sheets? What are you looking for her to bleed through? Why are you monitoring her bed sheets? So that makes me think again. Were they monitoring her bed sheets to see if he had been going in there or somebody had been with her at night?
Well, they
Because why
sent her
would you
there.
monitor
They sent her there. So I think that's just what they did back then because
if they didn't tell her she
she
was
came,
pregnant?
but she came there pregnant. Just read my book.
They didn't say she was pregnant. She didn't know until she asked her. Yeah, she
no,
came
she
there
did.
pregnant.
Right. She didn't listen. She came there pregnant, but I'm saying I believe that I don't know if it was 3 months. Was it 3 months?
I don't know what the time span was
She
for
said
that.
I don't
two
know what the
months.
time span was, but
She said you've been here two
oh, I don't
months
know,
and
but
you haven't bled. So I'm
yeah.
thinking for that now she did come there already pregnant, but I'm thinking why would you why would you monitor someone's bed sheets?
Well, yeah. Well, to be honest, in my opinion, the Lady Featherton, she really, I don't think her, back then, the way that some people would marry just for money and prestige, they wasn't marrying for love, right? And I think in that situation, the Featherton's house, that wasn't a love marriage. That was an arranged type marriage. She married him for finances. You know what I mean? Not so much and for,
Well, yeah,
statute. I don't think
that's
so. I think
what they were
he
all
always
doing.
probably felt that he may be doing something anyway, and he did give the appearance of being kind of underhanded because he was always looking over his glasses or looking behind the newspaper. He didn't. They didn't seem like they had an engaging love type relationship. The And then on top of that, we're talking about the Feathertons and we're talking about the cousin. Her name is Marina in the Marina
Marina,
Thompson.
yes.
Yeah, that's
But
Marina Thompson.
remember, Linda B just remind me that's right because she was sent there for doing something.
Something
That's
right.
why
And
they sent her. That's why they sent her there because
but they
she
didn't
was
tell
doing
they didn't
something.
tell
And they did.
right. Right.
They didn't
Yeah,
tell
that's
them what
and
that
and that's
something was.
right. And that's kind of typical if you relate it to, this day and era as well. That, families, I've seen this when I was a teenager, when one of my girlfriends got pregnant, early in high school, middle, like ninth, 10th grade or 11th grade, her family sent her away, so for her to have the baby and, possibly give the baby up for adoption or something like that. So I can see that was probably the scenario that was going on with Marina. Her family sent her away, because they knew her immediate family knew she was pregnant, but they didn't tell the family that she was going to, the cousin, this is why she's coming because she's pregnant. That's just my take on from the information we have from
Yeah.
just the first episode.
But but moving
I don't know, Jill.
forward,
Your your
I
audio.
got that too, and I agree with you. And just read my book, huh?
No, no, I was saying
Okay.
your audio keeps breaking up, sweetie. I don't know.
I
Every
don't
time
know
you go to
what
make
is
your
going
statement,
on.
is it breaking up for you as
Hold
well? Just read my book.
Yeah.
What about y'all in the chat, Linda? Is it breaking up for you as
on.
well?
Ouch. Ooh.
Let me see.
Yeah,
It's
she
my
said yours is.
now. It
Linda
is
is saying yours is breaking. And Linda B says, or will send the child away to live with relatives when they are getting into too much trouble at home, like the Fresh Prince. That's a good example, Linda B. That's a good example of the Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Look, or they send it, yeah. With me growing up in New York, you know, in summertime, if people had family in the South, a lot of kids went down south for the summer, and
Mm-hmm.
they would send those kids down south. And when they came back, they had a little brother or sister. They looked extra chubby for some reason, but all of a sudden there was a new baby in the family. They raised that child as their little brother or sister. Uh-huh. I've
Yeah.
seen that too.
Mm-hmm.
Send them down there to have that baby, bring them back up in time to start back school and all of that. And they said, "Oh, well, she sure did get pudgy. She sure did fill out." Oh, well, that's that good Southern air and Southern cooking. No, that's that baby weight, that that postnatal weight. That's what that is. Are you back yet, you? She must be trying to figure out what it is.
Yeah.
I hope she can still hear us. Oh.
So going forward, so the two families are getting dressed, getting prepared for this big ball that the Queen Charlotte is, starting, is presenting. And so once the girls present, she winks at Daphne as being the one to look at, the debutante to look for to get married. And during the ball season, when they have the ball, what is his name? Nigel approaches Daphne and says, kind of almost like chases her around the dance, around the ballroom. Like, I've been trying to, speak with you, and I've been watching you, and like you said, she said since I was 5 years old. Because again, he looks like he's like probably 30 years her senior. Definitely not a good fit. Too old and all. But and then
Yeah.
so then Simon, he shows up. Definitely trying to get away from now. She bumps into Simon, and when she bumps into him, they have a little short engagement of like, who are She was
Hang
like,
on 1 second. No, Jill, we cannot hear
Can you
you.
hear me
oh,
now?
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Okay. Okay.
You hear it, Kimberly?
yeah, I hear. Hmm.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Okay. We're
Could you
back.
could you hear me? Because I was kind of giving a little recap
Yes,
of
I
what
hear
we had.
you. I hear y'all clear.
Okay, good. And so I was saying
Okay.
that Simon and Daphne had kind of bumped into each other. So that was their first encounter, and they kind of like didn't wasn't really feeling each other. Oh my God, am I supposed to just leave? And so they wasn't feeling they were feeling each other, but they wasn't feeling each other, for lack of a better word. And then Daphne's brother, Lord Anthony, he appeared and he was like, "Oh, this is my good friend Simon. We went to school, so they was chit chatting it up." And they kind of gave each other the eyeball, like, you kind of cute, yeah, you kind of cute too. But they didn't make any advances towards each other. Um, and
Mm-hmm.
and then here comes Neil again, comes right over, tries to like ask her to dance or something like that. Can I have a dance? And so he walked up and he saved her from that encounter, I believe, didn't Simon? You know,
Yeah.
he asked her to dance, and so they had
Mm-hmm.
their first entanglement, I like to call it.
Well,
Now,
that
now,
damn Nigel.
people, y'all want to make sure this the cousin attention. You remember, got most of the men's attention when she first went to the ball with the dance, and I think
Right.
that's why Lady Featherton was monitoring, making sure she was good, because remember, immediately after she noticed that she didn't get no period, she ain't go back out that damn house. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that's how, because
Kept her
I
and kept her in the room too. You didn't see
exactly,
her.
yeah. So you remember that cousin got attention to
That's
the
right.
other brother,
You're right.
Colin.
Mhm.
You're right
Colin
because
was going to Colin was going interested in the brother, the Bridgerton. Colin was interested, and remember, that's how him and for what is her name for
Penelope.
Penelope danced that night because remember, she said, "Oh, she's sick and she couldn't come," so they
Damn.
danced that night. So remember, the men was trying to get the cousin.
Yeah,
And remember, see,
yeah,
once
they
she
was.
saw she had no period, she was like, "Oh hell no!"
Yeah.
But look, but they told her that one good thing did come out of it. Well, not just one good thing, but she told her because when she wanted to get rid of her, and Miss Lady told her, she said, you know that it will bring a whole line of suitors to your house, which means that her girls will still get some kind of play. There's
Get the
going to be a lot of them coming to see this girl.
get the
Hmm.
leftovers
You get
because
the
that
Yeah,
was
leftovers.
yeah.
Period.
the ball. That's the day.
Okay,
That's the day
you
after.
better glean.
Yeah, it's like the day after the ball. That's when the suitors are supposed to come to the house. They all seem like they
And
lined
they
up
were rolling in.
over at the Fitton's house for Marina, and they were lining up for Daphne as well. But that one guy Neil, he came there and sat there, was eating his crumpets and tea like
Nigel, yeah.
Nigel. Like, yeah, he was in there eating his crumpets and tea like, oh, that made me think of Natasha. But yeah,
Yeah, he thought he
Oh,
was in. Okay,
yeah.
don't
yeah, he
forget
knew
how
it.
Lady Whistledown wrote in the newspaper. Uh, that's why really nobody was really coming because the brother kind of shot all of them down at the dance, and then
Right.
Lady Whistledown wrote in the paper that she was ineligible because he shot all of them down, and so she wrote in there ineligible, writing that and that. And but Duke
What was
Simon
in
was
the
fine,
there?
child.
What was
She
said in that paper? Refresh my memory.
that she was ineligible. That Daphne was ineligible.
Oh, because of
And
possibly taking in of Niger.
no,
Right.
meaning that they were
He was
not pursuing her really, because remember I told you because of the cousin. They was all
Oh,
trying
okay.
to get with the cousin at first. So
Oh, okay.
she
right.
kind of
But plus they had already put out there that she was kind of promised to Nigel.
yes, that
So no,
too.
they're like, well, there's no need in us even coming over here. Yeah. But they were after that cousin, baby. Did she say she can put on her own shoes? She said,
Like when at the what about the dinner that the mom invited Duke invited the Duke Simon to the dinner. That was crazy. They was bickering and fighting. That's when I knew they both
mhm.
was having a little feelings for each other. You know how you just be snapping at each other and all of this because
These sex
she was
cartoons.
they was snapping at each other at the table, Daphne and Simon
Yeah.
at dinner.
And I was enjoying it.
I like that name Linda B
I
gave
was
Nigel, nasty Nigel. That fit him perfectly. Nasty.
Yes,
nasty.
nasty. That was one nasty
He's just nasty.
old fart. The
He's
old fart. That's what we
creepy.
called back then. He was very creepy, but I was like, but he
Yeah.
had witnessed when Simon witnessed what happened. When Simon witnessed what happened, and before he could even jump in, Daphne done socked his ass.
When I saw that, I was taken aback. I thought she was gonna be pulling away, and this guy would come out and save her. Boy, she said she clocked that ass. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah, she rocked him. I was so glad. I said, yes, show him that you look. You said I ain't got four brothers for nothing. We gonna handle this.
Okay. All
I
right.
love that part, and it was crazy, but I knew right then and there. I just knew that I knew it was something there with them too. I just after that
Look,
moment I just knew, and especially at the dinner table and all that stuff,
listen.
I knew they had a
Every
little
time we
something.
every time we saw Nigel, he had a new bruise or a new knot. A new first he had a black eye. He got that from her. Then he had a damn scratch. Then he had another one. Then when Simon booked that ass, I mean that he was all he didn't have no clear spot on his face. This was black, this was purple, this was
So
gouged,
y'all,
this
that was
was
season one.
he was torn to pieces. Oh my
So
goodness.
yeah, that
Oh,
was
That was funny.
season one, y'all. That was season one when she, after the dance and the dinner and all that. That was season one. And at
Right.
the end, they made it to the newsletter that Simon and Daphne was a thing. So, in which they had agreed, let me put this in here, they agreed to pretend that they were dating each other and that they were, looking to court one another. And so that was a deal between them because she didn't want to marry Nigel, had no intentions of married. So, or free to act fake another and interested in getting married one another. And then it goes into season two, where now they're going to start highlighting Simon's.
episode.
I mean, yeah, sorry, episode two. Sorry, episode two, not seasoning. Now that not season, but now they're gonna highlight Simon's, give you a little background on Simon, and this is where you get to know a little bit more about Simon and why he don't want to get married and all this other good good stuff. So he only came to town. The lady was Simon's. Damn, I wish I could have got the pictures, but they wouldn't let me snap the pictures from Netflix. I was taking all these damn pictures. Girl, I went to my screen to go post them so I could put them here. Child, all them
Mm-hmm.
screens was black.
Did
I was
you
trying to
were you able to
screenshot
do
this
anything with the
thing.
video?
No.
Were
Oh
you able to
yeah,
do
the
anything?
video. I forgot to play the video. See, I jumped right into it. Maybe I should play. Look, we could take a little
You,
pre-session
yeah,
and
you can
get
play it now
on.
because we can go to school.
Hey, Vibrant. Huh?
Yeah, I was saying maybe play it now so we can have a break there and then we can go into season two, episode two. I'm sorry.
Okay, so let me give y'all a few. Yeah, I'm gonna play the video and then we're gonna get into season two, y'all. My bad. I should have did that. Should have did that. Let's see. I'm lagging for some reason. I don't know why. Are we back?
Yep.
Or is the video still playing?
It's the video's just it's not playing, but the Queen Charlotte is still up there. There you go.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is dragging so bad on my end. It is lagging so bad. Okay, it's Penelope that tickles me. Yeah, Penelope, her newsy self. She is so nosy. Well, the whole town is nosy, okay? The whole town
Mm.
is nosy. They be in everybody business. And Queen Charlotte with her stank face, her stank face be giving. You hear
I
me?
love it. I love it.
I love it too. Her stank face be giving. So we set the scenery. We are into season, I mean episode 2. And this is get into Simon. How his background, all like they are keeping the cousin. We mentioned already, they're keeping the cousin hidden and due to her being pregnant. And she's not married, so that's a big no-no. You know, back in these days, you had to be married in order to be, pregnant and all that. So that was a big no-no. Okay. So she was pregnant, not married, which is crazy. So she did not marry the man, and she was opening up to Penelope what happened in her marriage and how she got that. Anthony had promised, Daphne, Daphne, that so we kind of told y'all a little bit of too when we told you that Daphne and Anthony promised Daphne hand in marriage to that creep, okay, and all that, and Simon will never marry and all that. So we kind of sped up into season 2 a little bit and told y'all a little bit or into that. So how can where will we go from there? Hmm.
So Daphne Bridgerton and Simon Bassett agree for a fake courtship, right? The purpose of that is
Mhm.
for Daphne to appear desirable to potential suitors.
Mhm.
Um,
And to
Simon, of
avoid
course, he
from
already
marrying Nigel.
Nigel, yeah, and Simon, of course, has made it known that he doesn't want to get married. He even told his um,
Lady
Lady
Anthony.
Dan,
Danbury.
Oh yeah,
Lady
Danbury.
Danbury,
Yeah,
that
Danbury. Yes.
that's not his goal. Is not to get married. And there's a history why he doesn't want to get married. And I think that season 2, episode 2, they do show his history, and how his mother, um, his mother was married to his father, which and he was a duke, and the duke only wanted a male child, and when she was having um, the young man, she died at birth. He was born and he was, uh, you know, so he didn't have a mother. And his father, once he found out that the child had some medical issues, because like I said, the mom died at birth, he kind of like tossed him to the side. And this is when Lady Denenberg, what's her name? Denenberg? Let me say her name correctly because I hate saying
Danbury
mispronounce it.
or something like, yeah, Danbury. Am I
Yeah,
still
Danbury.
breaking up?
Lady Danbury.
Yeah, Danbury.
Yes, Lady Danbury.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lady
Now that
Danbury.
was hard. That was
Yeah,
hard
was kind of like his foster mother, or you know what
to
I'm saying? Somebody. What
watch.
they
That
call they have
was
a title,
because he stuttered.
right?
Right.
Yeah, Lady
She took
Danbury
him
was
and
his
raised.
mother. That was his mother. That was his mother's best
Best
friend,
friend,
Lady.
right?
But she left. We don't know until later on why she wasn't currently present.
Right.
Until later on. in the seasons as the show go on. You'll find out why she was no longer there, but she was once there. In that relationship with, the dad disowning him because he stuttered and all of that, Lady Danbury came through, okay? She came through that door, and because they thought the little boy was dead because the father sent him away. Okay, he wasn't allowed to everybody else. Some teaching him, and it came with his birth. Like I said, his mother. I mean, like Kimberly was saying, the mother gave birth and she died. The father didn't care about the mother. All he cared about was that baby, a boy or a girl. Okay, and thank God for
Right.
Yes,
that's all he.
and when she was in labor, yeah, when she was in labor, Lady Danbury heard her screaming and she was going in there and he said, "Where are you going?" She said, "I'm going in there to be with her, especially if her husband won't," which was him. And he told her, "That's no place for a lady to be." Did you hear that? Did you hear him say that?
Mm,
Hello? Can y'all hear
I don't
me?
remember.
yes. What do
I
you
didn't remember hearing that.
Yeah. Okay. Did you remember when she was giving birth and Lady Danbury was going to go into the room with her?
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. He told her this, that's no place for a woman to be,
Yeah,
and
because you know
wouldn't let her go in.
women were considered like second class citizens. They were considered the only way they had any prestige is if they were married. You know, if you weren't
But we're
married,
talking about in the room with her friend giving birth.
yeah, yeah, they didn't.
That's what that's when he told her.
Yeah,
I didn't hear that part where he said that's no place where a lady should be, but I don't know. He probably did with his nasty self. Ooh, that
yeah,
He
man was
did and didn't let
evil.
her, yeah, didn't let her go in. So after the baby was born, and he just, like you said, he just wanted to know if it was a boy. And he took the boy and walked on out. And that's when she walked in there with her and noticed that, she wasn't going to make it.
And him taking that baby like that didn't even give her the strength to even
Yeah.
fight. You could see that all in her
No,
face. It was like he took that baby. They didn't even let her greet her
didn't
own
even let
baby.
her
You
hold
know,
it.
right? Just ripped that baby from her arms, and you could see all in her eyes. She just was like, "Okay, I'm just gonna go home to be with the Lord," because he already don't. You could tell he was already not treating her properly.
right.
That
Hmm.
is
Hmm.
crazy. I'm just like, whoa, Lord, that was so hard hurting. But when what do you think about the queen character?
I love her.
Girl, when she came, she was sniffing the did you that?
That was her snuff. That was her snuff,
Her
honey. She had her
snout.
snuff box. She was feathering her nose, baby.
I said, oh Lord, not the
This
cocalina.
all out.
Shocking when I first saw that scene. I was like, whoa. I don't know
Well, that's
why.
what snuff. That was the original purpose of snuff, not putting it in your mouth and dipping it in spitting. Snuff was meant to be sniffed.
That ain't that. She was with
Mhm.
the cocalina. That wasn't no snuff.
Okay,
That
it would give you the
she
same
called it
effect.
snuff, but that wasn't no
It
snuff.
would give you the same
How about
effect, but
that?
yeah,
Snuff was coke.
I would get look.
That was
They were
snow.
sniffing that
Snuff is
stuff.
coke. Snuff is tobacco.
No, but snuff was meant to sniff, not put in your lip. People put it in their lip and all of that now, but that wasn't the original purpose. The original purpose of snuff was that people were sniffing it. And they had these custom made snuff boxes, their own little spoons. Some carried it around their wrist. So you know if you had to carry that around your wrist, you knew you were hooked on something. So yeah.
Mm.
Then she's gonna give snuff to the dog. When she
Yeah,
said
that
that, I'm
don't
like,
give you the
"Ooh,
same
she's
Afina.
something else."
Yeah, Linda, I thought so too. I was like, is she about to get that dog some
You look
stuff?
crazy.
I said, because she said, bring me a new batch. I said, wait a minute. You, you ain't fit.
Oh,
How,
that's the part I loved. She
girl.
said, "Yeah," because you notice they were talking, and
Yeah,
that man kept, the servant. Yeah, so she told him to go get her a fresh box of snuff. So when he left, that's when she was saying he tells everything. So you can't talk around them. Well, honey, baby, Mrs. Featherington learned quick. Did you hear
she
me?
sure
As soon
did.
as she walked out of there, she told that look, oh, we must have so and so for tea. And had them servants talking and gossiping and put that shit out on the street so it could get to Miss Whistle down, honey. She picked up quick, didn't she?
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, she did. She was like, oh, we
She
must have
did.
her over for tea. She was
Yes.
like, what? Her maid said, what shall we do? She said, oh, we should have her over for tea
Yes.
immediately. Okay. Look,
Okay.
now that's what you call real tea. She meant tea for real.
Okay.
She said,
Honey, those people weren't out the door before that maid was in there talking about, he had a baby by the other one, by the other maid, and turned her out, put her out while she was still pregnant, and he won't take care of him, and he owes this. But baby, them maids had the tea for real. They had the lowdown on that. They were telling everything.
but
They said, "Well, no, huh?
now I love now, yeah, they told every damn thing. They damn sure did. They was spreading that. But the
Yeah,
train and shopping and be nosy, that's how they kept on with the news. So they was spreading that tea like a wildfire. Now, what
yes, they did.
now wait, you know what the funny part? I mean, not the funny part. That Nigel, right?
Hmm.
Now, am I
Mm,
gonna get to the Nigel? Now, what was crazy was Nigel. Now, I was so I was cheering on when Simon whooped his ass. Okay,
yes.
he tore his ass up because he was pushing it, wasn't he?
Wasn't it?
I mean,
I mean, he kept popping up everywhere, talking about, yeah, she's mine. She's mine.
no, I'm talking about when he was in that tunnel when Simon whooped that ass. He did
Yeah,
already. You such
yeah.
and such.
Up
I
on
said,
him again. How you gonna?
he said what? And then started talking about him. Child,
Yep.
Simon whooped that ass. Okay. And he done popped up and still was persistent and threatened the family.
Okay.
Took my I'ma let him know that she was fast and all of this other stuff. That's how she tried to come on to me in the he tried to change the story around. Like
Mm-hmm.
like Daphne came on to him in the backyard and not him trying to
Yeah.
rape her, ape her. Okay.
Uh,
I'm like,
Mm.
oh, this man is something else. But then to find out his dirt that you already impregnated a maid in your house, child, who they sent
and
away,
then put her out in the street pregnant.
huh? They
And then put her out in the street
they sent
pregnant.
her away.
Yeah.
Uh huh. Sure
Honey, and
did.
his mother was sitting in there just talking
Pregnant
and eating up all those damn
and you
cookies.
could tell that mother wasn't about nothing.
Baby, she was chewing them cookies and running her damn mouth.
But she look a
I love
mess. Talking about let me look at you to see if you something. Girl,
Mm.
I
Mm-hmm.
said, excuse me? You and your son trash. You look like trash. Sitting there
Pitiful.
seeing your old raising an old damn predator.
Mm.
That's what he
Okay.
was.
Mm. Mm.
Oh, nasty little she was a
Mm-hmm.
look, she was like she was delusional like a lot of these people on these streets. Delusional.
Girl, say that
That
again.
mama was delusional. I
Oh,
said she got some god daggone nerves. Now, did you what about the scene? Let's get to the scene, right? So we already
What's
went
in
to Nigel's housekeeping. They told everything. That was so dope. How you know how the housekeepers they gossip. So it was cool that the other maid, which was Nigel's maid, told all the juice to the other maid
yes.
and told all the juice. So that's how they got the juice out of the maid. Cause telling all the stories, they done milked her. They knew how to milk the maid. Like, what's up?
Not milk the maid. Milk the maid. All right.
They done milked the maid out of the goddamn gossip, child.
Sure did. Got it all. Got it all.
And so,
And then
yes,
they wanted to make sure, they
yeah.
said,
At
we're
this
going to get this
point,
word around. And honey, because they wanted that word to get to Lady Whistledown, and that word got down. Did you see out in the marketplace all the other maids out shopping and talking about, yeah, right? You saw how that
yes,
word was traveling around.
mm.
yes.
And then when they were at the dressmakers
Oh
and
yeah, she
the
the dressmaker started telling her like the story.
yes.
She's like, oh really? Like I already know the scoop, but oh really?
Oh,
I really
how lurid.
now listen, what do you think about the sisters, Eloise and um Daphne relationship? What was she telling her? Saying that her
So,
do
uh,
she remember her mother hollering and screaming and crying? Kimberly?
You gotta repeat that, Jill. Your audio was bad.
Oh, I'm sorry. What did you think about Eloise and Daphne's relationship? Eloise is the other sister of the
Bridgerton.
Bridgerton. What was she telling? I couldn't. I rewinded and rewinded, but she was saying about how her mother was hollering and crying and screaming because of the pain and something, and she's like, you can't remember, you don't remember that, you don't remember that. And then Daphne was telling her, yes, of course I do, I remember that, but you have to something like you got to push on and something for love or whatever and keep going. So I did y'all understand what she was saying? Did she
Yes.
ever say why
She was
the mother was screaming and hollering?
So
yeah.
oh, go ahead.
She, oh no, 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 go ahead. I'm sorry.
So Eloise and Daphne are like two different individuals. Eloise seems like she's more of a tomboyish type of thing. She's not even her personality is she doesn't even want to be, married. She wants to be an independent woman.
Right,
She's kind of like ahead of her time for that
right,
era. She
Just
didn't.
educated
That
too.
wasn't her thing.
right.
But I think in reference
Mhm.
to when you say, but I think the mother, I'm not for sure. I think the mother was maybe a sexual encounter with her husband, and they wasn't both of neither one of the girls because they didn't talk about sex either. During that era, that wasn't something that was upfront like it is now. Like, tell your children about sex and stuff like that. They didn't do that back then, and so you found out on your wedding night what sex was. and
Right, right.
and what is expected of you, And so I think those noises may have been because Mrs. Bridgerton, she did have a love relationship. She wasn't like the Featherton husband and
Right.
wife relationship for money. Her and her husband were married for love. And so that's where
Yes.
the mother's premises was at. Well, it does. I would love for my girls to marry for love, but there's a time frame in which you can do that before you become a spinster, or So I think that referencing about the sounds, I think that had something to do with about sex, But
I thought that was
Oh,
her giving birth. I thought she was talking about the sounds of her giving birth.
oh,
oh,
maybe.
that could be it too. That could be it too.
Yeah,
This
and
guy,
she was saying
because
that,
she
a
is
mother,
there is
and she
younger.
said she almost died.
Right, because she does have a younger sister and also
Hmm.
the younger
Right.
brothers, the
Right.
two younger brothers. So, yeah, she probably heard that and it scared her. Okay, okay,
Hmm.
Mhm.
okay. I get it now. I get it now. Okay, but I love their relationship as far as,
They're polar
um,
opposite. To me,
and
they're very polar.
especially I love the relationship. The,
No, I was just saying that the two sisters are polar opposites. You know what I mean? One follows her mother's rules, and the other one kind of like goes against the grain.
right. You could tell
I think she
Anthony and
was very.
Eloise. I'm sorry. I think we delayed.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think
Because
that's
I
what
keep thinking
happening.
I'm either talking on top of one of you or you. Yeah,
Yeah, I think Anthony and Eloise is on the same page. They ain't trying to get married. They like, look, I ain't got time for that.
she is. Now, Eloise is with the dark hair, right?
Anthony
Hmm.
want to sleep
Yeah.
The total, yeah.
around.
She is interested in her education, and that's what she wants to do. And she expressed that wonderfully. And I'll tell you something else too. Penelope, I love Penelope. I am loving Miss Penelope.
Mm.
But did you hear what her mother told her? Penelope, while they were talking about what it takes to get a man or get courted and all of that, Penelope was reading a book. And she told her, she said, put that book down before it confuses your thoughts.
Hmm.
Yes.
I
Yes.
didn't like that.
Yes, she
Yeah.
did. Yes,
That's
she
what I said. They
did.
didn't want the women. They didn't want the women to be educated. They didn't want them to be. Well, they could be educated, but they didn't want them to seem like to outshine the husband. Or you know what I'm saying? Though you were a second-rate citizen. You know what I mean? And so books and was not something that was looked favorable on.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't want you to get a new idea.
Right.
They want you to keep in your head what's been put in your head
Mhm.
of what you're supposed to be, your limitations.
Right.
So when
Yeah.
she told that girl, "Oh, put that book down before it confuses your thoughts," that shit made me so hot.
She sure did.
Oh,
I was
but what
like,
did Penelope do?
wow.
Right? But she wouldn't. As soon as she turned her head, Penelope put that book right back up, and
Right. I'm going to live my life and I'm going to dream, write, imagine anything else. You ain't going to fool me, put me in the bag. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
yeah. So she's got some. She's raised some
She like, y'all can
independent.
have this bullshit.
Right?
Now, look, coming to the
So
close of the ending of season 2. Now, that was
Episode 2.
crazy with Simon and his dad. I was like, damn. Now I don't blame Simon for feeling that way. He said, I'm gonna give you, you get me. I'm gonna send you out of here with a bang, motherfucker."
didn't he?
Didn't
I mean,
he?
got all the way close up in his face on his deathbed and said, "It stops here. I will not have an heir. I will not. The
Wow.
the Hastings name will in
Right. That was
with
very cold.
me. Oh, that was some cold shit.
I mean,
You hear me?
too. He was
He said,
willing
"I'd
to
rather kill
sacrifice.
out to die,
He
rather die out than another one."
Yes,
He was
he
willing to.
held
Hmm?
grudges. He
Mhm.
gave up being happy because
Right.
he started feeling Daphne. He really did. But he
Mm-hmm.
said, "Oh hell no,"
Hmm.
but it was the hurt. That's his
Mm-hmm.
dad fault. You
Hmm.
told him he is an what he's imbecile and could never. I mean, that was cold of his father. His father told him he ain't shit and don't go far away from here. So how and you could tell he disowned him.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. Because
He,
all because he
he
stuttered. He
disowned
thought he
him,
was imperfect.
period. Even after he worked hard and tried stuttered. Yeah. Barry got him together, baby. Dan Barry took him out of
Didn't
there.
she?
And she said, "Oh, I was the same way. Let me show you the way." Okay. And she taught that boy.
Hmm.
You hear me?
Right.
That boy was speaking plain as day. But by the time Dan Barry got through with that with Simon, he was speaking like a mother. But the stutter only came back in fear of his father. The fear,
Right.
the
Mm-hmm.
disappointment, the hurt. That's when it came, while he was trying to talk to his dad. That was some messed
Hmm.
up stuff. So could you imagine? I that's some hurtful shit. You didn't care about my
Yeah,
mama.
that's mental abuse. That was mental abuse.
That was
He mentally used
mental
it.
abuse.
Mental, emotional,
So
everything.
I didn't.
You know.
I was like, damn, this is some, and that's how some folks really are with some of their children.
Hmm.
And that was so I'm
Yeah.
so thankful that his mother had a boy because could you imagine if it was a girl?
Ooh, child.
Ooh, she would have got
Be
disowned
somebody's
right in
Art,
that
kid.
room.
Yep.
often imitates life. So I mean, a lot of these scenarios that we see in the Bridgertons, you can see those in everyday life. Even in the
Yeah,
26,
that
26, you can see those same um, different scenarios that happen being in that show. You can see them happening in real life, in real time with people today. And that's what's so sad is that we still have not evolved enough to change
yeah,
our
so
behavior,
me
how
that
we
bad.
interact with other people. Hmm. It's still
But that
classes.
was some
It's still.
that was some cold shit. Seeing your father on your deathbed, and he all like, oh, like all is forgiven. Simon said, "Oh no, I would never. This legacy will never move on. It stops
Mhm.
here, baby." And could you blame him? This ain't no love. This ain't no. I wasn't made out of love. You showed me
Mm.
no love. And what
Mhm.
legacy would this be?
Right,
Because I
right.
grew up hurt, I grew up angry, and he probably fearful to even bring a child in this world with all that anger. Could you imagine? He's
And
probably
having someone that has the same traits in his father had to come through him. You
Mhm.
mm,
know, it's
Mhm.
like
absolutely.
no,
And how would
I'll never
he,
have enough.
like he's saying, what if my child was born?
Hmm.
You know,
So
and,
Linda B
and
brought up a
they
good
treat
question.
my child bad because he stuttered. What
She
she
she said the father said, "You're just like your mother," and I thought that's a very good um, statement because what does he mean by that? Was the mother
he
less
said
than?
it. No,
I know he said.
he said no, he explained, he said, you are just like your mother. I didn't pay her no attention, basically. meaning I didn't bother with her and I don't want nothing to do with you either. That's what he said.
Mhm.
He said, I'm you just like your mother. I ain't want nothing to do with her, and I don't want nothing like for you either. Get from in front of me and don't ever come back here. That's remember when Whistle down,
Yeah.
Right.
dragged him out. She like, oh my God. Like what the hell? Did he now you telling him about his own mother? Like, come on now. I
Mhm.
mean, yeah, he said what he meant. He said, you just like your mother. I ain't want nothing to do with her and pay her no attention. And the same with you. I want nothing to do with you. Go away from me. Yeah. So that's what he said. That's what he meant by the same as his mother, which is so
Mhm.
sad. So I was like, damn, the boy already was disowned, but just he now have to live with knowing that you didn't give a damn about his mama.
Mhm. Horrible.
you
Oh, so
so that was horrible. So I'm excited for
And then just say, I
did
wanted
she
to.
drop off?
his father's
Okay,
will.
so throughout these two episodes, there's this paper that goes around, this little gossip column, if you will.
Uh-huh.
And so nobody knows who this person is, but this person is called
Mrs.
Lady
was
Whistledown.
mm-hmm.
Mhm. So this gossiping thing goes through all of the people's hands out, and so everybody can't wait to see what the next publication is going to be because it's got all the high society gossip, all of it,
Mhm.
good, bad, ugly, dirty, all of it. And I'm thinking right now, I know it's early. I'm thinking either Lady Danbury
Mhm.
or Lord Hastings, which is Simon, is Lady Whistledown.
Interesting.
Mm. That's what I said. I was like, that's an interesting choice. That's an interesting choice. Huh.
Mhm.
Well, do you know
Yeah.
So
in season episode two, also Eloise becomes very inquisitive about who is Lady Whistledown.
Yes. Yes,
She
she
becomes
does.
very inquisitive about who is Lady Whistledown, and even the Queen, she wants to know who Lady Whistledown is. Of course, I've watched all the episodes, I already know who it is, but yeah, it's very interesting,
am I right?
no.
Am I
Yeah,
right?
very perked now. She is perked because she's like, damn, this person is in everybody business. Who the heck is this? Because she telling stuff that how would she know? You got to be so
Mhm.
we're not going, I'm not telling either. We ain't telling Linda
Yeah,
B. We're gonna go
I'm not
with the
gonna tell it.
flow.
So
We ain't gonna
whoever
ruin.
it is has a close tie with the employees because the employees, the staff is who gets all of the dirt.
Yeah,
So so it's whoever that is has a close tie with staff of all of these different manors
right.
or homes, whatever they're called. Um,
What I will say about the Lady Whistledown person character seems whoever she is or he is, they have to be somebody that's not seen. But
Mm-hmm.
that's not seen, but is everywhere. She goes
Yes.
goes
mhm,
unnoticed. So
Yes.
yeah,
mhm.
And it's really interesting because they play the part so well.
they do.
They play
I
the
mean, Lady
part so
Danbury
well.
is everything.
Oh,
She
she's
is just
everything. I
everything
love
to
Dan
me.
Barry. She is
Oh
the
my
bomb diggity. And
honey, even the
The
eyebrows,
eyebrows be
she
on point, aren't they?
baby. and that hat and the hats
She's got a very
and
distinguished
she
look.
Yeah, he is a
She's got a very
and baby,
distinguished
yeah,
look.
she does, and she's
ooh,
so wise, and I love the way you
and shady.
so far in season 1 and 2, um, you can tell she plays a very important part in a lot of people's lives
Right.
in the
Exactly.
town. You can definitely tell she plays a vivid part of pulling stuff together, and kind of mainstreaming to making things go well, and
And I haven't heard anyone turn her down yet. And she said quite a few things these 2 episodes, and then she says, "No, I insist," and walks with. That's like, you don't get a choice. I just said what you gonna do,
Right.
and smiles at you and walks away.
Mhm.
I'm like,
If
ooh,
I was going to pick a
she
person
was
to be
great.
Lady Whistledown, it would be her.
That's what
Yes,
I'm thinking.
that's
I
who
said
I
either
thought
her
at first.
or
I
Hastings.
thought it was Danbury. I thought Danbury would definitely be Lady Whistledown, because she plays a part in everybody's life. She knows so much. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
big glints and knows so
Connected with all
much.
the families. She got a connection with all the families, with the queen. She's
Mhm.
kind of like the elite of of society. Um,
Yes.
yeah,
One,
She is in
only
everything,
thing I
and she
about
is in
this,
everyone's
I
home.
imagine, yeah, I couldn't imagine living back in this time, prearranged marriage, to someone I don't know or don't even desire. I couldn't imagine living in these times then.
I
That's a
could.
Fast
lot.
forward to knowing that that still happens these days.
Hmm. Yeah,
Mm.
and it's kind of like it's not even lovable. Like Kimberly mentioned earlier, it's tied into money and
Mhm.
our
Peace.
In the air. Yeah.
hierarchy, you
Right.
and
But again,
yeah, and
but again,
that's you can all see how,
go ahead. I'm sorry. I was going to say, but
no, go
again,
ahead.
we can see those same things happening now. Just even with the royal family, in the over there in England, when Meghan and Prince Harry,
That was the first time they broke
yeah,
tradition
that was a
about
good
not having.
example. That's a good example
Yeah.
of maybe marrying below status, marrying outside of what is the norm.
Will not be arranged.
Mhm.
Not being arranged, yeah,
And I
because
think
they
they tried to
did
do
the
that with
same thing
Diane as
too.
well. I think they even tried to do that with Diane. She wasn't
Right.
really considered, a person of caliber or whatever, and that's why the queen always kind of like handled her with a long handled spoon, and she had to find her own way. Yeah,
Well, actually, she pretty much picked her. That was arranged. Now
right,
she was lower than what they considered to be, but she was like squeaky clean
right. She was raised
and
a princess.
had everything in place. Yeah,
Hmm.
she fit the checklist.
Right.
Wait, I
So
know we didn't mention this, guys. The lady who Anthony was sleeping with.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was trying to figure out why he had to cut her off. I mean, even though they
The
weren't supposed
opera
to be.
singer.
I
She was an
think he
opera
was
singer.
too, huh?
She was an opera singer.
Yes, the
mhm.
opera singer.
But see, she didn't have that station in life. She didn't come from
Never mind. I think I figured it out. He had to cut off.
right.
No, I
Yeah, but
meant
he could have paying the damn rent. Damn, he didn't have to just.
right,
He
cut
could have
her
kept
off.
paying
He
the.
cut her clear off, but I think he cut her off because now that he realized Simon, who he was screwing, remember, he kind of called him out. So I think since
Mm-hmm.
he figured out somebody knew, he had to stop.
Yeah,
After
because he's
Simon
like,
called him out. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Yeah.
because he's like, you're gonna produce an heir, but you're not gonna do it with that. So what you gonna do? Because I know your stuff too. See, that's why I said I really enjoyed that conversation between the
Yeah.
two. And you know what? Oh, Simon Hastings he is kind of handsome. Now, I
He,
usually don't,
he
because
is
I like this,
fine.
but he's handsome. He's handsome.
He is easy on
Yeah,
the eyes, honey. When he
yeah, he's
came and
very
jumped
easy.
on me, when he jumped off that horse, I was
Girl,
like, ride it, ride it. Let me stop.
yeah.
I was like, doom, 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 doom. You know, like, oh
All
my.
right now.
I said, woo,
Hey,
Simon. Simon
does the
can get it.
queen resemble? Does the queen resemble any YouTuber you guys noticed?
No, not for me. How about you, Kimberly?
Okay. Can you hear us?
Oh, she on mute.
Oh, see, I can't even
Yeah,
see the little
She
I had to say,
microphone thing. Oh, there she
oh,
yeah, she does, but I'm gonna put it in the
Yeah?
back chat because I ain't out loud. Yes, she does remind me of someone. It's,
oh my
it's stuff for her
God. Let me
entertainment.
look at this chat.
It's just for somebody. It's her entertainment that chooses people. That feels
Oh
like she's
God.
above
Look at
other
Linda.
people.
Let me see. Who is SH?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, I know who SH is. Really? Okay, that's different from what just read my book. I don't know. I couldn't
Wait, who's SA?
that, that's different from just read my book who she think it is. I don't
Mm.
I don't
no,
I
no,
did
love
you put
it.
who
he said the queen. So the characteristics of the queen is people for her entertainment, right? She thinks
yes.
I'm
she's
talking about,
she.
does she look like someone?
Oh,
Does she resemble someone? The face?
oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
talking about personality wise. That's what I was talking about.
Mm-mm.
What you was
Oh, who she
talking,
looks.
just read my book. What you said?
I was telling her I wasn't talking about the personality. I'm talking about that they look like a YouTuber.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
I
look
don't
like, not
see
act
anybody.
look like.
I can't see her. Everybody. But
But
who did you
closing,
say?
y'all. So let's give I don't know.
Can
Y'all
you
said
put the picture up one more
my mic
time, Jill?
keep
The queen.
cutting
Yeah,
in and out.
please.
And hold on.
Mm-hmm. How is it getting darker and darker in here and it's the same lighting? Looks like it's getting dimmer. My screen is getting darker and darker. The
Who does she look
queen.
like? Yeah, who do you think she looked like? We didn't talk about Collins and how someone has a crush on Collins.
Who?
You didn't pick it up?
No.
Penelope has a crush on Collins. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because she kind of like was they were best friends. Collins and
Yes.
Penelope are best friends.
Well,
And
you'll see that as we get into the other
right.
seasons. But you could pick it up where remember the cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Right, right. When the cousin came,
Remember
she was kind of like, when the cousin
the
came, she was
cousin
like, "Oh,
when
Marlene,
when the cousin you'll pick.
Marlene, yeah." When she came, and Collins was interested in the cousin.
Yeah,
Oh,
you'll
Yep.
pick it up right when the cousin come, and then when the cousin couldn't make it to the ball. Remember, I said him and Penelope Collins and Penelope dance. That's when I was telling
mm-hmm.
you. That's why
Mm,
all the men was waiting for her to come to that ball because
Right.
they was like, we
Yeah.
want
mm,
the cousin. But after they found out she pregnant, they like, oh hell no, she ain't going to nobody. You gonna find out she's pregnant at all. Okay. We ain't gonna have that scandal in our house.
Right.
So she
But she
wants
didn't
to
let
right.
get
that
hit.
foot traffic stop. She still let all of those eligible suitors come through. Boy, all those flowers they were showing up with, honey, they were coming with everything. The one you remember that one who was I don't know what he was reading. His my love for you is all of you remember that was the one he was reading.
Yes,
And she
yes, the
was looking
poet.
at him
That was the poet. That was the poet.
like that was
Right.
too much for me.
Yeah,
And then
that
the
was the
other
poet.
one, that was child. Well, he need to take that back to the page. Get his quill out and try again. Oh my goodness. I'm
Now,
going to
what you said, yeah, I did tell you. Remember, Linda, that's why I said the cousin was telling all of the business to Penelope. She did open up to Penelope and told her how I think I gave a brief at the beginning of season 2. She started telling Penelope all of the business of how they got married and I mean, not married, how the love, how, she got pregnant and it started off, they love each other and how they're still writing each other. So the cousin and the person she got pregnant with, they write each other still. And he went to somewhere, British or Greece. He went off to Greece to fight. That's what she told her. I don't know how true it is,
Mhm.
but uh, she's still writing she is still writing the baby and they're writing letters. He went off to Greece to fight or something. So I'm kind of I let's put a pin in that because please
Okay.
while we reviewing this show because I want to connect something later on as we further down this journey because this is very interesting of this person who's supposed to be fighting went away to go to Greece now. I This is
Mhm.
very, very interesting because remember, I want to say this.
Whew.
Do y'all remember when Collins? Do you remember when Collins agreed? Do y'all remember
Yeah.
when he said that
Yeah.
to Penelope?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want
You
that's why I
were
said let's
saying,
I don't know because I don't know. I just have a thought. It might not be. It might be far. 'cause this is something I haven't caught on to, even though I watched the whole show. Because I don't
Yes,
think I remember anything about that, but he did say something like that.
yeah, he went to Greece to, like, to find himself, to, not to sow his wheat, his wheats, his Wheaties, or whatever that saying is. But he went to Greece to kind of like find out who he was as a person. Okay, my dog is
Hmm.
barking.
That's
I'm
okay.
I'm seeing you a little bit, Jill. A little
Yeah,
mm,
because he mentioned that he's going to Greece, and then she's talking about the person who got her pregnant it went to Greece.
mm-hmm. And then I guess like you said the reaction when they saw each other for the first time at the house.
I don't know. So it's a little something.
Let's see.
What you said? Just read my
Who,
book.
me? I said, and then with the reaction, like when they first saw each other at the
At
house.
the house. Yes. I let's put a pin because I
Okay.
see it's good to watch stuff twice or to revisit some things because I didn't pick up on that when I first watched this. See, started watching
Mhm.
Bridgerton. I did not pick up on that, but as I'm really now that we're doing it for the review, I'm like, wait a minute, I forgot about the Greece part, and then
Hmm.
he's talking about he's going to Greece. I'm like, what's going on?
You know, I thought they
So
lived in a.
y'all stay tuned. I'm ready for episodes 3 and 4. Huh? What you say? Just read my book.
No, no, go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Oh, there is a big delay.
I told you.
Oh, I don't
But
even
no,
see
I
it now.
said
Oh,
no.
there you
I
go.
was just saying I'm interested in. I'm excited to review season 3 and 4 because this is so juicy. And now that I'm seeing a bigger picture, so I'm so excited to see 3 and 4 because this is going to really have my eyes open, especially with this
Mhm.
grease stuff, and try to pay attention a little more to the moving pieces. Now, what you was going to say? Just read my book.
Nothing. It wasn't anything. It was just something. I don't even remember what it was. That was just something. Oh man, yeah, that is a huge delay. It's like
Oh, if
I'm
I
not
should
even here.
switch over,
There you go.
should I switch over to StreamYard for the next one? Let's see how it worked next week. And if so, I'm gonna have to reload these to StreamYard.
You can do that.
I'm gonna just have to schedule other lives, just schedule it on StreamYard
Hmm.
and then see how that works because I don't like this delay, but we'll see what next week. So y'all ready? Y'all make sure y'all tune in next Friday at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time because we will be reviewing episodes 3 and 4 of season 1. Do you have any closings? Just read my book.
I really am excited to hear more from Lady Whistledown. I'm intrigued. I am. Excuse me. I like what Lady Whistledown is doing. I don't know who it is yet, but I like Lady Whistledown. I also I like Penelope. She's just really her, and I like the friendship between Penelope and Eloise.
Me
I
too.
really do. I like their friendship. Um, I have questions about Simon and his friend who has no name, the boxer who keeps beating the. I mean, he was whooping up on Simon. I'm gonna tell
He
you,
was. He was.
he was whooping his ass.
You know what? I like, even though she's a little ditzy, I like Lady. I do
All of you
Lady.
broke up all over. I didn't hear
Like
anything you said. Lady who?
I said, I do like Lady Bridgerton.
Oh yeah,
Even though
yeah.
she's a
She's
little ditzy, I do like Lady Bridgerton. I do like her
You
because
think she's
you can see
ditzy?
she's coming out her a little bit, but you can see she's coming out of her shell a little bit because women's
mm-hmm,
supposed to stay in their place, right? But you can
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
see she's kind of coming out her shell a little bit, like to the sun, like let me handle this.
Oh, now I gotta tell you that I like this, but when she told him, because I changed my mind on her too because I was ticked at her for putting that in her son's head to make him do that marriage arrangement with Creepo. But when she
Hmm.
told him, hold on, I wrote it down. Damn.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah, I
Damn.
love it. I like her, and she's
Mhm.
another character that I'm into because I love that he was like, well, I'm supposed to. She was like, now you should probably let me handle it. I think it's time that I handle it and you sit back.
Yeah, it's the way that she told him too. Like she had to remind him.
I'm the
Like,
mama.
oh, here it is. Yeah, she had to remind him. She said, it's about okay. Damn, I didn't write the whole comment, but that's the part that yeah, she kind of let him know. She's like, I'm well capable. I think it's. She basically said, I think what you've been doing was cute. That's nice, but let me really let you know, just in case you don't. I'm more than quite capable of handling things, so maybe
Yes.
you can. Yeah, she
She let him, she checked him.
she did real good, and that was that. And I said, "Oh, okay." So that changed my
So what about you, Kimberly? You feel about
yeah.
I'm sorry, I
So
mean
I'm
episode.
intrigued with. Yeah. So I'm
Hmm.
intrigued with Queen Charlotte and Lady Landenberg's their relationship dynamic. I
And
like
who?
how big Lady Dandenberg is it Dandenberg? Let me
Oh,
see if I
Dan
can
Barry.
remember.
Okay, Dan Barry. Okay, yes, yes. Okay.
Yeah,
I
their
want to
relationship is intriguing to me, and I look forward to seeing how their relationship flourishes. And just FYI, there's a Bridgerton introducing Lady Queen Charlatan. If you haven't watched that one yet either, that it tells how
yeah,
she
Queen
came into
Charlotte.
being the queen. Have you seen that one yet?
No, I
Have you
haven't
seen that
seen it, but I've heard of
Don't.
it. But what
Yeah.
one?
got
Yeah,
me is that I did not know that this was Shonda Rhimes.
it
That
Oh,
is
woman
yes.
Shonda
I should have
is
started. It is
amazing.
Shonda Rhimes.
I did not
Yes.
Rhimes.
know that. That woman is amazing. Do you hear me?
Very
Yeah.
talented.
And
Very talented.
very talented. And
It
just by you watching, you can tell this is you can see a little bit of her work if you watch the rest of her things that she
Grey's
has.
Anatomy.
Yeah,
is.
you can tell she is very, but isn't it amazing how she can bring you in any setting and hold your attention?
Yes.
Hmm.
That is
Yeah, because
amazing. And she,
Grey's Anatomy. She did Olivia Pope. What was that? With the one
yeah.
with Olivia Pope. She did that one, and then she did this one. And I want to say she did. She no, she didn't do Sinners, did she? She wasn't the producer. Or
Did
they
she
just producer.
also do how did she do How to Get Away with Murder? Was that her
Yep.
too?
That's so.
I think
Yeah,
so.
I think
Yeah,
she did. I think
yeah.
so. Yes,
Yeah.
she did.
Honey,
Yes, she
she
did.
is, yeah, that woman is, oh, she is
She
amazing.
bad. She bad.
Talented,
She bad.
okay?
She's bad. And the thing is, I'm surprised. Do she have books? Like she could be a book writer as well. She will bring in that money.
Like
Okay.
yeah, like what's the other black lady that did the books? Like how to
Sister
Stella get her
Soldier.
groove back. No,
Sister,
Stella.
was
Uh,
her
Oh,
dad.
I was thinking about what's the one that wrote when Stella got her groove back.
Oh,
What's
that
that?
fool that married Al Reynolds, not Al
Yeah,
Reynolds,
no,
married
that's
that
not That's the
gay man, the other one.
is it
right, right.
McCall McSomething? McSomething?
No, yeah,
McMillan,
it is
Terry
McMillan.
McMillan.
McMillan,
Yeah,
Terry
Terry
McMillan.
McMillan.
McMillan, yeah.
I know it was
Oh,
Yeah,
them,
Mc.
Yeah,
But
but Shonda
ladies,
Rhimes.
I can't wait. This is good, and I can't wait to continue this. But Shonda Rhimes is bad as hell. Okay,
yes, she
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Yes, she is. She
she is
is.
bad.
So,
All right,
what are
lady.
you doing for the rest of your evening?
I'm about to get me something to eat,
Hmm.
and
You're borking, borking, borking. Mm.
Yeah.
relax. I might go ahead and watch. I might start watching season 3 to eat, and then I might start watching season 3 and 4.
Episode three.
Mm.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna wait before I watch that. I like to keep it fresh in my mind.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I'm gonna see what's going on with Miss Sugarfoot here. She keeps, oh no, what's wrong?
Oh, Sugarfoot says she
Yeah,
ready to eat.
she ate
All
already.
right.
She's got everything, but she's been calling my name, and now she's right at my feet, which scare the shit out of me. I don't like her close to my feet.
Jesus.
I'm
Well,
telling
ladies, I am so glad that you came up and you decided to review this show with me. I had a great, grand old time. This has been real, and I am looking forward to reviewing more episodes. And hopefully, my mic is in check. Okay, because this sucks.
you.
And I appreciate the chat. Linda B was on point. You had Mama Global in here. You had Foot. I'm about to say. I was about to say
But
Sugarfoot. I mean Foot Soldier. Room Shaker came through, and not sure who else came through. My bad if I forgot your name. Please
I never
forgive me.
even cut the chat on. I was trying to focus on what we were doing. Hey, everybody! If y'all said hello, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I this was good, and I can't wait to review episodes 3 and 4. So make sure y'all tune in so we could come back next Friday and see what Miss Whistledown is doing, and see what Mr. Simon and all these lovely characters is good. I know you here for Soldier, and I appreciate you. But this was good, and I thank you two ladies for joining me tonight.
Thank you for
So I'm
having me.
excited to see you. Welcome. I can't wait till next week.
Me too. This is going to be fun. I'm ready. But
Okay.
thank you, and I'll see you guys around.
All
all right,
right.
y'all
Have a
have.
blessed night, ladies. I don't know what is going on with this lagging. So I hope this is not like that. Yes, and my moderator Vibrant in the building. Thank you for reminding me, Linda B. So y'all stay tuned. I don't know why this is lagging, and I hope next week is better. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. This was a great show, and I look forward to see what episodes 3 and 4 bring us. So enjoy your evening, and I'll be seeing y'all on these streets. Have a blessed weekend, and shout out to the replay peeps. And I'll catch y'all on the next review. Later, y'all. Good night.